Good morning, Honourable Chairperson, Honourable members. I'm very honoured by the persistence to have me present, but I need to put in an apology that I am in another meeting, but I've excused myself for an hour so that I can at least make my presence known here. But I also want to assure the committee that behind the scenes, we are working as a team. You have one of the most efficient legal advisors who is highly skilled in this area of work, who has been permanently deployed to you. And unfortunately, as the chief legal advisor with multiple priorities, it's not possible for me to be in every meeting, but I am on top of it and we do work together as a team. So to the extent possible, I will avail myself. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
You are welcome. Thank you so much. Honorable members, the Chief Legal Advisor is here, and she says that she's going to be here for about an hour. Can I check, maybe even before we go to the adoption of the agenda? Is there anything that honorable members want to say regarding the 1 hour that she's going to spend with us? I'm saying this because after an hour when she leaves, we must not have issues to say, but why did she leave? She could have been here. Is there anything that honorable members want to say, or any advice that we may want to seek from her?
Chair, can you see the hands?
My hand is up.
Hands.
My hand is up, Chair.
Honorable Ngola.
Thank
you very much, Chair. I think, Chair, the explanation from the Chief Legal Advisor is actually acceptable, particularly even gauging the purpose of today's meeting, which deals with only one item, which ourselves do not envisage that it will take longer, because we would have allowed political parties and members to make inputs to enrich the draft terms of reference. So I think that our chair as well, I expect that we may have been done with the actual crux of what we're here for. Thank you very much, Chair.
Okay. Honorable Nombalo.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I think the message that we want to put across is that the Chief Legal Advisor must normalize prioritizing these meetings of the ad hoc committee in her diary, because we're dealing with critical issues of national importance here, the issues of national security. So she must prioritize, because in the last two meetings, being a meeting of the joint committee, which gave birth to the ad hoc committee, and subsequently to the meeting of the ad hoc committee, there was a commotion of some sort which was triggered by the legal advices which were given by her team. So we don't want to deal with legal advisors who need to be legally advised themselves here. That is why we're saying seniors in the office of the legal of the parliamentary legal team must handle these matters, so that we do not get into a point where we get confused because of legal advices which are wrong, like the legal advice that was given to this committee that what was said by General Mkhwanazi was not evidence, when it's even known by a 6-year-old child that the evidence tendered by a police officer is evidence. And that is why even the prosecutor in court refer to the investigation of a police officer as the evidence. It's a normal practice in our courts. So I'm saying she must be part of these meetings, and the ad hoc committee meetings must not be secondary to her. They must be a priority. Thank you very much.
Honorable Ntuli.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, good morning to you. Good morning to all honorable members and everyone who's taking part in this meeting. Chair, I think I'm broadly covered by the two members. I think the first point that has been raised by Honorable Ngola is important, that at least for today's session, I would imagine that we're not going to have a very long meeting, as a consequence of which that hour we will have with the senior legal advisor would be difficult. But I also think the point raised by Honorable Nomvalo is important, and not just important in the context of having to ensure that she is always with us. I think the broader question that arises from the observation made by Honorable Nomvalo is the quality of the legal services that we are expecting. And some of us have not participated in the joint committee, but judging by what he says, I hope it's a matter that also the senior legal advisor of Parliament has taken on board, so that such challenges or problems do not arise in future. But I would want to conclude by saying, Chairperson, I think we should find comfort in the fact that she's here for this hour, and she has given us an assurance that she works with a team that can be depended upon. And of course, where there may be challenges, we will have to knock on her door to say, yes, of course, you've given us this team, but here are challenges which we believe that must be attended by you directly. But I think I'm agreeing with the colleagues that let's see how we go, how far we go in this hour. And I hope she takes on board exactly what Honorable Nomvalo has raised about the quality of service that is anticipated for this committee. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chief Whip. Honorable Matthys. Honorable Matthys. Honorable Skosana.
I have not raised my hand, Chair. Thank you.
Your hand, you were intending to raise your hand and you withdraw. I see the hand of Honorable Matthys is still up.
No, it's not a legacy hand. I'm trying to get rid of this unmuted button, but I think you can hear me now, Chair.
Now we hear you, Honorable Matthys.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Just two things in regard to the chief legal, chief legal officer of Parliament. So one, just to echo the sentiment that we do need. This is probably one of it's going to be a historical ad hoc committee on what we are doing here. So we do need to have the highest structures or the highest level of staff here in the meeting. And I mean, there were two meetings that she wasn't present in. I think it was a bit presumptuous of her also just to come and report in the meeting that she has sent a quality and a legal team, and she's satisfied with that. I think she just needs to be a little bit more cognitive. I know that we're just starting off. We don't want to start off on a bad footing, but just be cognitive that she reports to us. We are members of Parliament. She's not doing us a favor by attending or not attending the meetings. It's something that the Speaker must be responsible for, making sure that she is available going forward. If she's only going to be part of this meeting for 1 hour, I don't know how long it's going to take, but in the terms of reference, Chair, there's issues of us that we, as the EFF, we have questions on about outside legal representation that we are going to bring in, who's going to ask questions and stuff. So we don't want a situation where we're going to have to put it on hold and then say, okay, we're going to have to come back to that once we are able to get better guidance. So I'm saying I would... There's about 2 or 3 sections in the terms of reference that deal specifically with how we're going to go through this process, and it deals with bringing in outside legal help. So we're going to have questions in that regard, and we're going to need answers in the committee so we can move more efficiently. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, thank you so much. Honorable Mathais, your hand was the last on this matter. I hope that the Parliament legal team has had the sentiments of the meeting and the issues that you raise, which will need their wisdom. They should be able to respond to them adequately. And I agree with you that there is no way they can find themselves wanting. They should be able to respond to that. Whether she leaves the meeting after an hour or so, at the time we deal with those issues, we have got her commitment that they are working as a team, and we should be home and dry when we deal with those issues.